For question number one, would it be appropriate to have the manager finish the checkout when this sort of difficulty with a guest arises? Or should the front desk agent just take the hit? In situation like this, where a guest is being challenged and verbally abused, it can be appropriate for the front desk agent to involve a manager. So in dealing with the challenges or challenging situation like the one in the case study, we can approach or we should focus on maintaining uh, professionalism and ensuring a swift resolution. So here's how we would handle the situation differently to improve the guest experience and manage the conflict and more effectively. So when to involve a manager? Hostility. If the guest is aggressive or making unreasonable demands, the number two is time impact. If the issue is taking too long and affecting other guests. Number three, guest satisfaction. If involving a manager may help the guests feel their concerns are being taken seriously. And number four, complex issues for problems requiring high authority or a special exemption.
How to involve a manager? For the first, polite referral. Calmly inform the guest you will have involved a manager for a better resolutions. And also, the manager's role is the manager addresses the guest's concerns, resolve the issue, and support a front desk agent. For the front desk agent's role, in this part, initially handling, manage the situation as best possible with patience. And also, to seek support, involve a manager if the situation becomes unmanageable or exceeds your scope.
So the advantage of this having a manager in taking the situation like this is higher authority. So having a managers often have a more authority to make exception or decision that front desk staff cannot, potentially resolving the issue more effectively. Experience and expertise. So managers usually have more experience in handling difficult situations and can use their skills to de-escalate conflict and find solution. Also, guest perception. So guests may feel their concerns are being taken more seriously if they deal with a manager, improving their perception of the hotel's service. And also support for staff. Involving a manager can support front the staff, allowing them to handle other guests and tasks while the manager deal with the complex issue. And last is resolution efficiently or sorry, efficiency. A manager might be able to address and resolve the problem more quickly due to their higher decision making power and experience.
So the disadvantage, a manager availability is if a manager is not immediately available, involving them could delay resolution and inconvenience other guests or operations. For the dependents, it is relying too heavily on a managers for handling guest issues might prevent front desk staff from developing their own problem solving skills and handling similar situation independently. For the potential for escalations, it is involving a manager might sometimes escalate the situation if the guest perceives it as a sign of further dissatisfactions or if the manager's handling doesn't meet the guest's expectations. For the resource allocations, the manager's times is often dedicated to more strategic tasks. Frequent involvement in a routine guest issues could divert their focus from the other important responsibilities. And for the last, inconsistent experiences. If a managers handle all the difficult situation, it might lead to inconsistencies in guest service experiences, as different managers might address issues differently.
So for summarized, So, involving a manager can be a very beneficial in complex or high stress situation, but should be balanced with empowering front desk staff to handle issue effectively on their own.
So number two, the question is, would you have handled the situation in the same manner? So for me, yes, I would do the same thing that Karen does because she doesn't understand much due to the guest is a bit of rush. So they hear a bit of unclear, so we better ask it again and remain calm even he or she is frustrated about the situation. And also, we want to ensure that the check-in or check-out is correct. And next time, let's be more attentive of the guest informations.
Would you have handled the situation in the same manner? Yes, same manner because to avoid misunderstanding and also the reason to solve the situation is calmness enables you to listen more effectively, understand the root of their concerns and respond in the way that addresses their specific concern. Additional to be patients, give them time express their worries, avoid rushing, interrupting as this can increase their anxiety. Your professionalism helps build trust and demonstrate that you are capable of managing and the situations.
For the question number three, what would you have done differently? So our answer was we wouldn't fix or arrange his papers. So to avoid escalating the situation and potentially provoking further aggression for the guest, we refrain from adjusting the guest paperwork. So given the guest's history of becoming agitated and raising their voice, at the front desk, it was crucial to exercise caution and maintain just a calm demeanor. So while encountering rude patrons, it is unfortunate a reality of the hospitality industry where it is imperative to approach such interactions with understanding and patience. So respecting the guest's personal space by avoiding actions like taking or correcting their documents without explicit consent is essential for the escalation. So even though gaining access to the guest's full name might be beneficial for record-keeping purposes, it is secondary to preserving a peaceful and productive interaction with the guest. So we always have to remember that the key to handling a rude guest is to just remain calm, be professional, and focus on resolving the situation.